Okay guys, we're here on the water. I'm just going to go through my setup with how I set up my bar and lines, and there's a few reasons why I do my bar and lines like this all the time. Is when you're on a small beach, you may have to lay your lines out to the side, and you want to be able to be sure that when you do lay your lines out to the side that you get it right the first time, because obviously if you're laying your lines out to the side and you're on a small beach, there's less room for error. So you want to just be sure that all these things are done muscle memory. The other pro to this is when there's a busy beach and everyone's parking their kite up, you can park your kite up there and just lay your lines out to the side. This is the best way I found for myself. It's my opinion, but I find this is really safe because you're obviously going to do it slightly downwind, but the best thing about this is your bar is how it's going to be like when you fly. Now I'll show you what I mean by this. Have a look here.
Okay, so here are my bar and lines, left, right. Okay, we're going to go through like this. I've already done this, but I'll show you anyway. Alright, left and right. Now, when we get to this side, this is where everyone gets a little bit confused. They're like, yeah, but you're downwind with your kite, are you going to have to invert your bar and lines? You won't have to.
So I got to this end of my lines as I'm setting it up. Now all I have to do is attach the closest line to the closest line. Okay, so left to left, and it's also color coded. If you've got color coded lines, it's color coded for you. So watch this.
So do my first one like so. Alright, now second one, I just pick it up and walk it over that one. And
the other positive to this is because I'm downwind of my kite, I can see if any of my bridles are twisted.
So I can look here, pulleys are all good and working. Attach that to here. So that's going to be perfect. I'll walk back to my lines and pick it up and I'll walk it over. Alright, same thing. Check my pulleys, check everything out, and put this one on here. And same thing with the last one. Alright. So this one goes over all of these, like so.
That's you set up bar and lines to the side. So the way I imagined it is just how's your kite going to look like when it's on its side and where your line's going to be. And this method for me has worked every single time. I haven't got my lines wrong for 3 years now. So I just find it a little bit safer than doing it upwind, of course. I think upwind's not the safest method. And that's just because someone could pick up your kite and then it's in the power zone straight away. Downwind is all good, but sometimes you don't have the space. So if you do your bar and lines downwind all the time, when you do get to a beach that doesn't have space for you to do it downwind, because you haven't done something religiously, you might get something wrong. So yeah, that's just my breakdown on how I do my bar and lines, and I hope other people can benefit from it because it really helps me. Cheers, thanks for watching.